So welcome to my channel. Let's start with ufuoma Omoluru. So today what I want to teach you is how to cut a flared shorts. This is really interesting because it's very simple if you follow through to the end, and it's more like your one size fits because you don't need to worry about your lap, your tie. If you're doing ready to wear, this is really good, and it's a perfect summer wear flare short. So to cut this flare pants, I'm going to be using 2 yards of my Ankara. So you can use any fabric you want for the flare shorts. Sorry, not flare pants, for the flare shorts. So for the flare shorts, I'm going to use these 2 yards of Ankara. Use any fabric you want. You can use crepe, you can use any fabric that drips really well. You can use soft cotton, you can use silk. But you know I love my African print fabric. So I'm going to be using my Ankara fabric for these flare shorts. So if you want to know where you can get your fabric and you're in the UK, do send me a message or follow me on Instagram, and my handle is voila_wears_and_designs. So I'll be able to hook you up with beautiful, fabulous fabrics for this flare shorts tutorial. So let's get started. So if you notice, this fabric on the table are folded, so when you open it up is that way. So I'm going to fold like triangularly, and I've talked about flare in the past in one of my videos, how to cut a flare. So you will reckon that there are different types of flare. You have the semi flare, you have the full circle flare. The semi flare is the 180 degrees, you have the full flare which is the 360 degrees, and you have the fuller one which is 720. You even have the one that is 1440 flare. So today I'm going to be using the 180 flare method for the flare pants. So now I folded triangularly. I'm going to be cutting a size 16. So for a size 16 flare shorts, I would need the hip and the length of the pants. For the waist, I'm not going to bother so much because I'm going to use elastic, so it can be a one size fits, like large, it could be large size. I like to use elastic because it makes the work easier. So now I have folded this way. I will need that hip, I will need the crotch length, I will need the crotch width, and I will need the length of the flare shorts. So from the pointed angle, put your tape, measuring from the pointed tip. I'm going to measure 20 all around. Let's start with 19. We'll start with 19. So you just move your tape while the one on the top stays on the same point. So I'm just moving it around 19. That's for the waist. So I'm going to look at what we've got here. So if I measure this round with my tape, I'll see what we've got is about 15. So that is more than enough for what I need to do. So I will need less, So I could just take this up a little bit so we don't waste fabric. So with about 3/4 of an inch, that will be fine. So now I'm going to measure from the end this way. I'm going to do like 3 and 3.5. Let's see if we do 3.5. What do we have? 11. So let's do 3. There. So we're going to do 3 all the way to that point where we're going to have the crotch line. So if I measure what is left here, I'll see I have 11.5, which is good. But if you want to open at the side and give a pocket, so we can work with the second line, because you will need to sew at that point. So in that case, I could use the second edge, the first initial line that I cut. But if you don't want pocket, you can use this second line on top, because if we want pocket, then we need to open the sides. So now for the crotch, depth of the crotch, it's your hip divided by 4. So if I divide the hip, which is 45 by 4, I'm going to get 11.25. So that will be the measurement for my crotch. So that's 11.25. That's there. So I'm going to get my ruler, and I'm just going to rule like that, then outwards like that. So I'm just going to make a curve at the bottom. Yeah, so that serves as my crotch. Now I need to get the length of the pants. So for the length of the pants, I'm going to be doing 19, or I can do 20 if I want it longer. So 20, it depends on what you want, or 19, but you know I need to also fold this. So let's do 20. Yep, so like that. So you just connect them. Okay, like that. Yeah, so what is left now is for me to get my scissors, and I'm going to cut. Okay, then I'm going to cut the second, not the first, because I want to be able to open the sides. Yeah, so I'm going to do the crotch now. Yep. So if you want it to be a bit smaller, you can always play with the rest part. Okay, so this is it. Then I'm going to use this now to cut the back piece. Right, so I'm going to open this up, and I'm just going to place it as a pattern on this. It's a very good way to save fabric. So I'm going to open that up, yeah, and I'm going to place this directly. So make sure you place it the right way. So that's the left, so it has to be right and right. Great, so that way, then we're just going to cut around there. So you see, excellent way of saving fabric. If I didn't place it this way, then you would have used up more fabric. But because of the way I'm placing this, I'm able to maximize the use of my fabric. So I'm just going to cut. So just follow that. It's pretty straightforward and easy if you get your measurements right. So like I said earlier, you can use any fabric you like for this project. Yeah, so I'm almost done. Yeah, so I've cut both there. So what we want to do now, we want to open the sides up if you want to add a pocket. So we're going to open the sides up like that. So we can add pockets by the side, because I love my pockets. Alright, so you can notch somewhere there for the pocket, just about 1 inch from the top. So my pocket goes right there. Yeah. So if you pick out two, I like to always bring the front of my pants lower. So that's the back, and this two will be the front. So I'm just going to bring this lower with about 2 inches or 1.5, so that the back and the front is not on the same level. Can't find where the chalk is, but that happens when you're sewing. So yeah, found there. So I'm going to do that one. I'm going to do that, then I'll just, you know, make that cotton. Yeah, so that makes the front lower. Yeah, so that's my short, and I'm ready to go sew. So for you to start sewing, don't forget you need to remember I'm going to lose half an inch there. Then from that point up, I need 11.25, somewhere there. So you see the front seems to be a bit big now because I brought this down. So you want to mark that. So for the back, I'm going to show you what I do. So I'm going to lose half an inch there. Then if I check what I've got here, 11. So you see this way it's just 1 inch. So you can decide to reduce this a little bit because I don't want it to be too big for the size. Yeah, so that's perfect. So I'm going to sew the side, the front. I'm going to pick one piece of the back, okay, and I'm going to stitch this to one piece of the front like that. Okay, so one front, one back, and the same thing goes the other way. One front and one back, and I'm going to sew half an inch both sides, then at the pockets after sewing. So to cut the pocket, I'm just going to fold my fabric, but don't forget we need a band. So before we cut the fabric, let's get our band first. Okay, so let's see if this will be able to do the band. So I'll just have to join. I'm just going to fold this. I'm going to be using a 1 inch band. So what I need for the width of my band is just about 1.5. So unfold 1.5 unfold. So we'll measure this. I need 3 or just a little bit, 3 or 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 is fine. 3.5. So when we fold this, we'll lose half. So I'm just going to cut that. Yep, and I'm going to open that up as well. So we've got 2 bands. I'm going to stitch that together to form the entire width of the hip, which is 45. Yeah. So you join that and you measure what you need. So let's see if what we've got here can do our pockets. So for the pocket, I have a video on how to cut your pockets. It's very easy if you watch that video. So 8 inches. So I'm just going to cut 2 at a time because they are in small pieces. So like I say, always maximize the use of fabric. So the flare pants is really, flare shorts is really very easy to cut if you watch the video and follow the steps I showed you. So yeah, I'm trying to cut because you need 4 pieces for the flare shorts. So I need 4 pieces of fabric of the pocket for the pocket. So yeah, so you see 2 yards was able to do the flare shorts if you use your fabric judiciously, and that's what I'm always about. So I'm going to go sew and come show you the finished product. So if you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and yeah, feel free to share your styles with me on Instagram. So till I come your way next, is bye from me.